Okay, this is the Intermediate Algebra Part 3 introduction video. I do apologize for this, the way I'm having to do this. I'm probably shaking a little bit because I'm having to do this with my hand. But anyway, I had trouble with my overhead computer, and so I'm going to have to do this a little different way with you. But what I want to do with you is I want to go in and show you how to get to your homework assignments now. All right, so as I told you, go in through Google Chrome. And here's the website right here, www.jcjc.mylabsplus.com. I would suggest that you use a personal computer or a laptop. If you try to use a small device, such as a tablet or anything like that, you may have some trouble with it. So anyway, now I'm going to take you over to my computer and show you what this is going to look like. So there's the website right there that I typed in, www.jcjc.mylabsplus, going in through Google Chrome. I'm going to have to do this. Okay, when you do, you'll see a page that comes up, looks something like this right here. If you see this, that you know that you're at the right place. Now, over to the right, you'll see a place where you have to, there'll be two places here where you have to log in and password. First is your login, second your password. Okay, now listen to me carefully right here. Your login, when you go to put your login name, this is what your login name is. So please write this down. It's the first initial of your first name, followed by your full last name, and then the last 4 digits of your ID number. That is what will go right here in this top space. First initial of your first name, followed by your full last name, and the last 4 digits of your ID number. Now, right under that, it's your email address without the @jcjc.edu. Okay, and then after that, you'll be asked to enter the password in this second field right here. This second field, your password, everybody's password is the same. Just use MyLab123, MYLAB123, the number 123. No spaces, all lowercase. All right, when you do that, you then click sign in. Now I sign in a little differently than you because I'm signing in as an instructor. So you use that login and password that I just told you. Okay, when you do that, you will see a page that will look something like this. Now, you're not going to see that many blue boxes up here. You will see the intermediate algebra one that you will see will be this one right here. It will say Intermediate Algebra 4W2, period A, 1143, and my last name, Rayner. That's what you should see. All right, so click on that box now. So give me just a second. Click on that. Apologize for having to do it this way, but there we go. Okay, when you do, it opens you to the course, and this is where you go to do your homework. Now, all of these links that you see right here, let me get a pointer right quick. All of these links you see right here, you won't see all of these. These that are all in caps, those are links that only the instructor has. But where you go to do your homework assignment is this link right here under assignments. So I'm going to go to that, click there, and then you will notice right here, let me slide this down just a little bit. Okay, and if you'll notice right there, these are all of the assignments that you'll be given. Now, if I slid all the way down, all of them is listed below that, but I'm not going to go past that right there. All right, So if you'll notice right here, the very first section, you remember that first video, I told you what you're supposed to be doing each day. Here's the section, and here's the day that you're supposed to complete it. So the first day, you're going to do this section. The next day, you'll do this section on the 7th, but this one's also due on the 7th. So this day, you'll have to do both of these sections. Now again, if you can work ahead, please do so. Work as far ahead as you can. All right, and so this is where all of your homework is located. Now, this first section, I'm not going to click on it because there's most of the problems in this very first section doesn't require hardly any work at all. But I do want to show you what it looks like. Let me scroll on down a little further. Let me click on one of these sections where the problems are a little bit longer because I want to show you something here. All right, so when I click on that, it pulls up all of the questions that's assigned in that homework set. So what I'll do is I'll go over here, click question 1, click that problem, and then it will pull up the very first problem. Now, when you look at this problem right here, you'll see the problem at the top. I'm sorry for the fuzziness in and out, but anyway, you have 3 options here. You have one option where you enter your solution, one where the answer is all real numbers, and one where there is no solution. Now, if you will watch your videos, I explain to you how you know which one of those to pick. So you're going to have to watch your video. But let's suppose I go to enter an answer right here for this problem. Okay, so let's suppose I click right here and wanted to enter an answer. All right, so let me do that. I'm going to click right here. All right, so then I click in this box. Now, notice when I click in this box, symbols pop up down here. So in other words, you may need this little pad down here to help you enter answers. For instance, if you're going to enter a fraction or something like that, you could click right there to enter a fraction in this blank. Or if you wanted to enter something raised to a power, or if you wanted to enter a radical, we'll study those later on in the course. That's where you go to do that. If you need more symbols than that, if you'll click the word more, there's more symbols. There'll be a whole template of symbols that pop up. We will use those throughout the semester. So what you see down here along the bottom is just to help you enter your answers. All right, now let's suppose I enter an answer of 1. Now notice when I enter an answer of 1, that blue button pops up, check answer. So I'm going to come down here and check that. If I miss it, it will say, sorry, your answer's incorrect, so I'm going to have to go back. So I read that statement. Sometimes that may or may not be helpful to you. Then you can go back and work this problem again. Now, the old saying in baseball, 3 strikes, you're out. So I've got 2 more shots at this problem. Now, if I miss this problem again, let me just click in. So I entered 0. It's not right. Let's try it one more time. Suppose I enter an answer of 5. Or 05 would be fine. Okay, now notice what it did here. It gave me the answer. Now I can, so I've missed this problem, but I can still fix it. If, before you go to the next question, click similar question, it will generate you a new problem. And when it generates you a new problem, once you get it right, it will say good job. So if you miss it 3 times, click similar question. If you miss it 3 more times, click similar question. So you can try that problem until you eventually get it right. And once you get it right, also notice that right up here at the top, sorry about that, it says 1 complete. So that means I've done 1 out of the 21 right. Also notice it will keep up with my score over here. So now you say, well, Mr. Rainer, do I have to go to the, do I have to get one right before I go to the next section? No, you do not. Do I have to do the problems in order? No, you do not. If I wanted to do, if I wanted to drop down and do problem number 6 next, I wouldn't suggest it, but you can do these problems in any order that you want to. The main thing you need to make sure is before you finish, right here it should say 21 complete, and your score over here should say 100%. Now, one other thing is there's a question help button right here. If you'll click that question help button, it will pull up some help menus. It will pull up a box that says help me solve this. It will pull up a box, view an example. Now, I would not suggest that you use help me solve this. And the reason for that is if you click that button, it will work this problem for you, but then it's going to give you a different problem. But if you will need help with this example right here, click view an example, and it will pop up in a window, a new problem, and you can just continue through it until you've watched that one. Now, let me caution you about this for just a second, because a lot of students do this. When you go to this question help button, what you watch on that video may be worked a little differently than the way I work it in class. Because 2 problems in math can be worked in a very different way. And so, I would suggest that you work the problem that's assigned, do it just like we did together in the videos. Because students, that if they do it a little bit different way on that question help, they end up getting confused. And not only that, I can always tell when a student asks a question. If I look at their work, I can usually tell if they've been watching the video or if they've been using that question help a lot. Sometimes that question help does it a little bit different way, or in my opinion, a little bit more confusing way. So, nothing wrong with that button, but just be aware that that might be part of the problems you run into if you use that question help button. And so that's how you do your homework. And then once you get done, you just X out of the section. Now you say, well, can I X out of the section without finishing the section? Yes, you can. What if the power cuts off? Do I lose anything? No, you don't. If your power cut off, the only way you can lose a problem is if you're in the middle of working a problem. In that case, you could lose some work. You could lose a problem. But once you do a problem correctly, it is saved forever. So you're not going to lose anything that you've already worked correctly. And you don't have to finish a section before going to a next section. I would suggest it, but you don't have to. All right, then you X out of that. You can leave this page and then go back to assignments. And then it will take you back out to the list assignments. So that is where you go to do your homework. I've given you your login and password. And so that's how you do your homework. Also, over here at the bottom, I can't slide it because I don't have enough hands right now, but it will keep up with your score. If you'll scroll all the way over to the right, you should see a 100%. There's another column over here. It'll say 100% once you've done that section. And so that is where you go to do all of your homework in this course. Make sure that you watch the dates. Now, I do not close this homework out. So on this date right here, on 7/6, if you don't finish that homework on 7/6, I will not close that homework out. But it just means you're behind. So this is the dates that you need to be sure you finish them by if you're going to stay on task. Okay, so that's where you go to do your homework assignments, but I want to encourage you again, remember to make sure that you watch your videos and take notes off of your videos before you do your sections. And your videos are in the same order that your sections are listed in. Okay, I hope these 3 introduction videos have helped. Good luck, and please feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Thank you.